I got a couple more clips that we'll end the show with. I played Josh Shapiro last week. He's the governor of Pennsylvania. He was on again talking about Donald Trump and, basically have some things to say to Donald Trump and about his whole attitude towards everything. And this was really good. He was on MSNBC.
Look, I don't know how the conviction will ultimately play out. I know that.
Sorry, hold on.
People went to work this morning in America than at any other time in our nation's history. So I got a message to Donald Trump and all his negativity and his whining.
Sorry. Damn it. All right, let me go back.
I don't know how the conviction will ultimately play out. I know that the good people of Pennsylvania, they care a lot, whether you're in rural communities, urban communities, suburban communities, about, four basic things. They want good schools for their kids. They want safe communities. They want economic opportunities, and they want their freedoms to be protected. And you know what? I think they want to be led by someone who is honest and decent, someone who's actually on their side, like Joe Biden. And all they hear from Donald Trump is a whole bunch of whining about this country. And I think Donald Trump's got to quit whining, got to quit trying to divide us. I mean, consider this, Jen.
Actually,
we're producing more energy than ever before in this nation. We have the strongest economy in the world, and we are beating China for the first time in decades. More people went to work this morning in America than at any other time in our nation's history. So I got a message to Donald Trump and all his negativity and his whining. Stop shit-talking America. This is the greatest country on earth, and it's time that we all start acting like it. The good people of Pennsylvania understand that this is a great country, understand that we got a whole lot going for us. And now it's time for us to continue this path of progress that Joe Biden has laid out and not go back to a negative time, not listen to the whining of the former president, and instead focus on a positive future for all of us.
Quit your whining.
I mean, what a message. And Josh Shapiro's on fire. This is back-to-back weeks that we have played him.
He's trying to pull up with Newman.
Gavin Newsom. I mean, they do have some strong people. Pete Buttigieg is another really good one. Gretchen Whitmer. I think we're going to start seeing a lot more of her, but they do have some great people out there speaking for the Biden administration. And again, it's just, I keep hearing they don't message well enough. They don't get out there more enough. And I think they do. But like I've said before, nobody's going to convince me that you can't beat this propaganda machine as far as the volume is concerned.
Right.
But I think, Lana, time and time again, it's proven that the voters are actually hearing the message because they're voting for Democrats.
Right. And we have to keep sight of that too, right? Like these special elections and things like that, we have been pulling out wins. So
yeah. All right, I want to wrap up one last very quick clip, and they're already setting up for this, and some people had predicted this, but there's supposed to be a debate in a few short weeks.
Yeah, right.
And I have heard people say, and we may even mention it on this show, that Donald Trump is going to find a way to not be in this debate.
Absolutely. He would never.
Because first of all, I think a lot of people are starting to get the idea. I heard somebody, I think it was David Pakman. I listened to him a lot. If you don't listen to David Pakman, he's really, really, really good. But he had made the point that the Republicans set themselves up for failure every time they talk about Joe Biden. They keep saying he's senile, he's sleepy, he's slow. But then when he gets out on the debate stages, last time he debated Donald Trump, beat him both times. Recently at the State of the Union address, he did so well. And this is what David Pakman said too. He did so well that not only did you guys said he was on drugs that he did so well.
Right. Like, where's he was like on some type of uppers or something.
Right. Yeah. So you're setting yourself up for this idea that Joe Biden is just so senile and he doesn't know where he's at. But every time he is on a stage where he has to speak, that never proves out. Literally never. I brought up before the 1 hour live interview with Howard Stern, sat down with him and just had a conversation with him. He wasn't wondering where he was at. He wasn't forgetting things. He wasn't.
Yeah, and that's not how he is. And if he forgets something regular. He makes a mistake and calls the city the wrong city or some shit. Who doesn't do that?
I think Lana and I probably forgot about 2 or 3 names we tried to mention tonight on this show.
Yeah. And if I'm tired, it's even worse.
Right.
Like, I can't even remember my name at that point.
No question about it. So anyway, this is the setup. And who does he call? He calls his best buddy, Sean Hannity, to lay out already the what looks like the roadmap to him getting out of this.
There's some even saying, Mark, that Donald Trump might be wise to just pass on the first debate, wait till he's nominated, then debate him. What would you say to that?
Yeah, and that was on Sean Hannity's show. And
they don't want him to debate because they know how he keeps talking about boats and sharks. They ain't trying to have that shit.
You know what? I said, we talked about it before on the show. Before I said, I want the debate. What are you fucking kidding me? What makes you think Donald Trump's going to go out there and sound like a Mensa or a guy from MIT, like he says?
Yeah, we know this was never going to happen, and it was so like Biden administration just put them up against the wall where they had to accept. But now they got to get out of it because they were never going to do this. They were never going to do this.
Not to mention, Lana, think about the questions that they have to ask Donald Trump this time around.
Exactly. No, he doesn't want to do this.
Nope.
And now this is good because guess what? Now Joe Biden gets to do a whole another round of ads with the coward. Friggin' Bone Spurs doesn't even want to do an interview. He's too afraid to go to Vietnam and too afraid to do an interview. I mean,
on top of the fact that he pulled out of every debate in the Republican primaries, which was smart on his part because he obviously didn't have to go, but they knew it would not be a good idea this time around for Donald Trump to be on the debate stage with Nikki Haley, Ron DeSantis, and definitely Chris Christie.
Right. And now he's afraid of Biden.
Yeah. Maybe he didn't care about DeSantis. DeSantis would have cowered.
Yeah, but he's afraid of the guy with the dementia.
Right. Right.
He can't even debate a guy with dementia.
It's classic. I mean, this is just it's the stupidest time to be alive. That's for sure.